And hi everybody out there, Mark Mannering here from Class Training with another 3-Minute Thursday. 3 tips in 3 minutes, more or less. I'm going to cover the top 3 tips that I use in Microsoft Excel, part 1. So there's a part 2 which comes after part 1. These are the top 3 tips I use every day in Excel to save me time and allow me to go home early. You might know some of these, you would have seen them if you've been along to our sessions, but let's get into it. Number 1 tip is to use the function keys, which are the main ones, the F2 and the F4 key across the top of the keyboard. For example, if I go and create a new column, so if I go insert a new column here, I'll just go right click and then click on insert. That inserts a brand new column. And then I hit the F4 key. Why? Because I want to repeat what I just did. F4, F4, F4 allows me to repeat the last step, which is to add more and more columns, because I don't know how many I need. Did you know there are 2 functions for the F4 key? So when I go to put the formula in here, I've got so many widgets that I sold in that particular month, 150 widgets. They're all $100 each. And I want to include or calculate the total dollar value for the widget. So I go equals that particular one multiplied by that particular one. Now you can see we're building the formula. We're going to copy that down. So we need C3 to be absolute. Now we do that by hitting again the F4 key. Now in this case, because we're editing a formula, pressing the F4 key adds the dollar signs, which means that that particular cell C3 in the formula is going to be an absolute reference. Pressing enter and it gives me the right answer. The other function key I use, as I mentioned, is the F2 key. So if I click back on that formula, I can see the formula in the formula bar, but I'm not too sure exactly if that's correct. But if I press the F2 key, function 2 key on the keyboard, that's the same as viewing or editing the formula there and then, and I can see what cells it relates to and so on. Pressing enter or escape comes out. Tip number 2 is to copy formulas down very quickly using the great shortcut. Most of you or all of you should know, you would go click, go to the so-called fill handle, and then when it's a little plus sign, manually drag down so that you copy the formula down. Here's the shortcut. You click back on that formula that you want to copy down. I go to the fill handle. This time I double click, like I just did, and it automatically copies to the bottom. It knows where to stop because the data stops there. And tip number 3 is for selecting cells. If I needed to select all those cells to delete them or bold them or whatever it might be, as you might need to go click and drag and highlight and use the mouse and so on. No, I've got better things to do. The shortcut is to click on the first cell in the block that you want to select, and we just go like this with our peace sign, hold down Control and Shift together, then tap the direction keys you want to go to, off to the right first. I tap the right cursor key and then the down cursor key, and it automatically selects to where the data stops. You'll learn all this and more, although you've already just learned them. If you didn't know them, you'll learn a lot more than this with our Excel sessions, our face-to-face sessions coming up, live online sessions. So have a look at the website there or down below in the comments, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Mark Mannering signing off until next time. Bye.